What's up, gang? Long time no see. Missed you guys. As you can see, my room obviously looks a wee bit different. I hope that's not too loud. It's just PlayStation going. Anyways, just the room. You know what I'm saying? I rearranged it. You can't see, but there's like well, hold on. Can you see it? No, you can't. There's one more next to this one to the right. Anyways, oh, and then there's a couple more. What is it? There's one right here, and then there's one above it. Anyways, it's not the point. That's not the video. Any deep, thought-provoking stuff, comment, and I'll talk about it. But this video is the beauty of things that are bad. Short side rant. My mom ended up calling me about a friend, and it's something bad. And then that got me thinking, dang, I don't know, there's like something so fascinating to me about things that are bad. Not like fascinating, like I'm interested, but it's just like the beauty of things that are bad. I don't know. I don't know where to start. Something that I've always told myself is that everything happens for a reason. And you've probably heard a lot of people also say that same thing, and they tell themselves that. But it's what I stand on it like heavily. Like, gosh, my knee, perfect example. No, I lied. I'll make it a shorter example. Like, I can like stub my toe, and then like I will tell myself, hey, dude, you stubbed your toe for a reason. And it can be like for 10 minutes. I don't know, but I will literally tell myself, hey, you just stubbed your toe. Like, that happened for a reason. That's intentional. You didn't just do it by chance. You know what I mean? And it's just something that I've always that I've always held on to really, really heavily. Is that everything happens for a reason, no matter how little it is. And bad things. And I find that like there's potentially beauty in bad things, and I don't know why or how, right? So to make it more specific, my mom's friend has cancer. She's fine. She rang the bell. She's all good. But there's more stuff going on. Like, she's like, I don't know if cured is the right word, but like she went through chemo and everything like that. Like I just said, she rang the bell. She's fine. But there's like other stuff that's still going on that she's not so fond of. And that's really how this video, I got this idea, because it's like, cancer's terrible. Cancer's terrible. I actually lost my grandma to cancer, so I hold cancer like very, very near and dear to my heart. Like, that's something that's like, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of things like don't like trigger me or make me like feel some type of way. Cancer is one of my triggers. I'll say that out there. Like, actually, no, I was gonna have a side rant. The side rant's irrelevant. I need to stay on topic. But the beauty of things that are bad. Honestly, if you were to ask like past me, what was the beauty in your grandma going away? I'm gonna keep it a buck. I would tell you there's nothing beautiful about it. There's nothing, but it's something that's bad. But I'd say actually, like originally, I would have said there's no beauty in that and how bad that situation was, because there truthfully wasn't. But I'd say the beauty in it now is like, obviously nothing's beautiful about it, but I'd say like where the beauty comes in is like the contrast from it. Meaning, like, yes, my grandma passed, and it was very traumatic. It was a lot of grieving and whatnot. But without that bad, I wouldn't have grown so much as a person as I had. Like, that's the beauty from it. I'm pretty sure this is making sense. This is where like I think the cogs are starting to turn a little bit in my head. It's like when my grandma passed, it was horrible. I'll make this like short version because I don't like talking about myself in these videos. But okay, here we go. This is the easiest way to explain it when I tell other people. If you've ever seen the movie Death Note or the anime, fuck the movie, by the way. Movie sucks. They do like no damn justice. In the movie, he's stupid as hell, and the anime, he's a genius. Anyway, if you've ever seen an anime Death Note, Um, to make it short, how it works is there's this kid who gets a book, right? And basically, if you want somebody to die, you can write down literally it's like absurdly specific things. You could like if you really really wanted to, you could write it out months in ahead. Like let's say you wanted somebody to die in like 5 years. If you go into enough detail about certain things that eventually ends up in resulting in them passing in 5 years, you can do that. But point being, it's like grave detail and then the obvious death, right? So it's like the way that I explain it to other people and with the Death Note reference is it's like one day like grandma was fine. Grandma was chilling, like everything's great. I literally remember like calling her. She was like talking about actually gonna go to chemo, whatnot. Literally like fine. Like one day she's just completely fine, right? And then to make it make sense, somebody picks up the book, right? And then somebody starts going into detail with my grandma, right? And I kid you not, it went from like Sunday, we'll just use a 1 week time span, and I'm trying to make this short. Sunday, she's fine. Monday, somebody starts writing the book. She gets sick, whatnot. Then like literally like throughout the week, it just got like worse and worse and worse. And the reason why like it's crazy is because I kid you not, like Sunday, grandma sounded fine. Sunday you could she's very clear spoken. Like there's literally something like there sounds like nothing's wrong. Like we only knew stuff was wrong because it's been an issue, right? Monday came around. Monday, I'd say I don't remember like Monday exactly, but just for the reference of the example, like Monday came, boom, flip the switch. We ended up like talking on like Tuesday. You can't hear her. It's so hard to understand what she's saying. Like you really can't make out words, bro. I kid you not. And I remember my grandpa when he like text for her, cause she would talk to her phone and like she couldn't really like she could talk, but like the phone couldn't pick up what she was saying, so he'd like have to talk for her or like text whatever. Point being, very very specific, and that's the whole reason I brought up the Death Note analogy, right? It's because it's like at least for how it was for me, it was just so fast. We're just gonna talk about it. I'm trying to make it short though. It was basically the week of graduation, senior year of high school. Today's Monday. I graduate Friday. Like I said, Sunday grandma's fine. Monday grandma's fine. Tuesday mom comes into the school. She's basically like, "Hey, grandma's dying." Just blatant, like to put it blatantly. Like we were in the principal's office, so like it was a lot more emotional than that, whatever. But in short terms, like that's what's going on right now. We're like, hey, we don't know what the time frame is. So yeah, and Sunday she was completely fine. Sunday, fine. No, you wouldn't have known. Tuesday rolls around, starts writing in the book. So like fast forward, like Tuesday night, we went out of town. We're already also in Indiana, Michigan. Okay, that's where she's at. So like Tuesday night, like we're in Dallas, and like Wednesday morning, like 5 in the morning, we're already in Indiana. And it was literally like Sunday was fine. Went to class Monday. Tuesday, regular day. Middle of the day, get pulled from class. Later that day, I literally have to. I'm across the country by the next morning. Yeah, and then like, so what is? I said Wednesday, middle of the day Wednesday. Like we're in the town at the hospital and everything like that. Like lifeless. Unfortunately, like to put it bluntly. Like you couldn't really have a conversation. Like she could look, like she'd move her head, and you could like tell she was like she would try to talk it, but if you kind of just like grunts and whatnot, you could like predict words. Point being, because I don't want to talk about it too much again, just because I want to talk about myself. I'm fine, by the way. I can't talk about it, which is good. Very very bad, like horrible, horrible. And then I kid you not, she passed. For the sake of the example, Thursday night. Like 5 hours later, I'm already on a plane coming back to Texas. Just Friday graduation. Crazy turnaround. Tell me about it. Crazy turnaround. Yeah. Grandma passed, and then you have to go back across the country in less than 24 hours to walk across the stage and get a fuck ass piece of paper. Crazy, boy, I tell you that one. But it's horrible. The situation was horrible, and I don't wish that on nobody. But like after grieving and then processing and sitting with it, whatnot. I thought to myself, right, and this is where the beauty of bad things comes in. Is because I thought to myself, I was like, dude, like this is what I told myself, like, dude, your grandma's never gonna see you graduate college. She didn't even see you walk the stage to get a high school diploma. She's never gonna see your grandkids or kids. She will never see you compete athletically or collegiately. Like there's so many things that just will never happen, right? And that's not where the beauty comes in. The beauty comes in where it's like I heavily understand that, and it like I'm not gonna lie, I'm holding it back right now because I can feel it coming up. But the beauty in it is that I understand it, and I want to like be this super fucking amazing person. Like I want to be the best college athlete I can. I want to be the best father I can. I want to make the most of this stupid ass degree, that this fancy piece of paper that I'm gonna get. I want to have an amazing connection with my mom, like fix a connection that they didn't have, like because of something bad happened. I want to embrace. I want to flip it from bad and shape it into beauty. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think that's where like in part me telling myself everything happens for a reason, like it cancels itself out. I don't know if it cancels itself out, but it's like bad, everything happens for a reason, result. And the result is my mindset shifted, my personality shifted, my thought process has shifted, my like life goals and ego, all that stuff's changed because of something bad. And I think that's the beauty of it, is because it's like you've just used something bad to have these amazing, beautiful results and these outcomes that you just wouldn't expect it at first. Like, I don't know, and I think that's like, I mean, it's really just like I said, everything happens for a reason, right? And I really think that a common example of this is breaking up with somebody. Here we go. Here we go. Because I've been on this one like so heavy, talking to my friends and whatnot. Whenever you break up with somebody, there's typically two options that's what I've been saying. There's two options. You have the self-betterment, internalizing, asking questions, reflecting, whatnot. Or you just like don't do that and you just like let life take its course. Not that okay. I lied. There's three options. That's the second one. Let life take its course. And then I say the third one is obviously the bad one. You know what I'm saying? You start going out, X, Y, Z, whatever. Gang, if you see this, I'm terribly sorry, but you fit in that category. But we've talked about this, so don't even think I'm trying to single you out. But that's something like breaking up fucking sucks, dude. Like, if you've been like in love for real, I'm not talking like you was with somebody, you had a girlfriend or boyfriend. No, I'm saying you are in love. Boy, that shit sucks. I tell you, it's horrible. Like the breaking up part, not being in love. Being in love's great. I love love. Breaking up sucks, right? And getting over it sucks. That's the bad thing. But like, that's why I brought up the whole thing that's like, when you break up with somebody, there's typically three routes, right? And I say the beauty in that is like, I always preach the self-betterment route, because I promise you, trying to go out and have fun, it's not doing anything. It's making all your problems worse. It makes your mental worse, your personality worse, your thought process worse, how you carry yourself. You don't care as much. Your etiquette's worse. There's no benefits. So it's like when you break up with somebody and you're in this like heavy love and you're like, damn, internalize, twin. Start questioning yourself, right? And that's where the beauty comes out of it. Is it because it's like breaking up with somebody, dude? That shit sucks. Like it feels like a chunk of your heart just got like ripped out. You know what I'm saying? It's terrible. But the beauty in it is that you get to reflect, that you get to question yourself, and you get to internalize, and you get to see what really went wrong. Was it you? Were you the issue? Like when I got out, I was like, damn, was I the issue? I'm like, all right, let's figure it out. Because I'm not one to point fingers. Because also that pointing fingers and blaming others, pointing at takes too much effort. Don't do that. If anything, point the finger at yourself, even if it wasn't yourself. You know what I'm saying? But like, breaking up sucks. It's something bad, but the beauty in it is that you get to internalize, and the beauty is that you get to internalize, and that you get to learn, and that you get to think, and the beauty is you literally become a better person and my eyes. Obviously, there's not a right way to do it. I wouldn't say there's a right way to handle how you break up with somebody. Like, you're however old you are. I'm gonna say you're a grown ass adult. That's just because how I talk. So it's like, go and handle it however you want to handle it. If you want to go out to the club, hey, go ahead. I'm an influencer. You know what I'm saying? If you telling me, I'll be like, all right, stay there an extra hour. You know what I'm saying? But then if you tell me you're like, nah, I've just been chilling in my room by myself thinking and reading, I'll be like, hell yeah, and I might fuck around and recommend you a book. I don't know. Point being, bad things happen, and there's a beautiful result. But the beautiful result depends on how you handle it. You know what I mean? And that's also why I always say that everything happens for a reason. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. With my grandma, boy, it was hard for me to still tell myself that one. Like, everything happens for a reason. That shit, that had me like questioning that whole damn saying. But still, without that happening, unfortunately, like I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have all this insight, and the beauty wouldn't have happened if my grandma never passed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think that there's beauty in things that are bad. No matter how bad it is, it happens for a reason. I stubbed my toe, it happened for a reason. My grandma, it happened for a reason. The breakup, you broke up with her for a reason. You broke up with him for a reason. And now you just have to find beauty in it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're gonna be hurt, you're gonna be sad, you're not gonna wanna do shit at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna do shit at all. But there's beauty in it though. Like, there is. Like, you're not going through all this bad just because. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're like, I don't know your life, I don't know you. Even if you're a bad person and you have horrible morals or you just don't treat people right, first off, it's gonna catch up to you. I'm sorry, so I ain't even trying to say that route. It's gonna catch up to you. But even if you do all these like bad things, right, and these bad things just happen, at some point down the line, there will be beauty that has stemmed from that, and stemmed from the bad. Like, dang, I was gonna try to come up with an analogy, but I can't. So I'm just gonna drink water instead. Sorry, I'm quite thirsty. But no, like, even if you've done all these bad things, and you're like, you can admit to yourself that like you're not this great person, I still think that there will be some form of beauty like after all of it. Like, truly, like the only example that I can make off the top of my head is I watch a lot of Tommy G. And if you watch anything about Tommy G, it's self-explanatory. He doesn't hang out with so great people who do such great things. They do a lot of bad things. But I'm not saying there's beauty in what they do. I'm saying, like, when everything that they're doing is like said and done, beauty will somehow arise from it. Like, I'm assuming and I'm hoping that they will sit there and reflect on all the bad and internalize, and then potentially like there's something amazing will form from it. You know what I mean? And that literally goes down the whole thing of everything happens for a reason. Like, because Tommy G's examples or his videos, it's a little different because he be having like people who like murder and whatnot. So I'm not finna say like, yeah, no, everything happened for a reason. I mean, I lied. I ain't gonna say that. But like, I don't know. I can't. I'm not finna say too much because, you know what I'm saying, people with charges, they got charges for their own reason. I'm not finna step in and be like, so why'd you kill him? No, I'm not. But point being, and like I said, using the Tommy G example and somebody who's unfortunately took another life, it happened for a reason. I probably won't be able to get behind it because, again, I'm not in that scenario and I don't know the scenario all that way. But I also say the example of my mother. I would do anything in the world for that woman. And to make it relevant, something bad happens to my mom, something bad will probably happen to somebody else. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna lie. But point being, for a reason. And again, this is what I've always told myself: something bad would happen, and then, twin, there's a reason for it, and then I would do something bad, right? And then everything happens for a reason, and then something would just come out of it. Let's say something bad happens to my mom, then obviously I'm gonna do something which would have a bad effect on me. But then at the end, there's gonna be something amazing, some sort of growth, some sort of development, something just beautiful that would just come after all of the bad things. And that's also why, like, I'm big on life. I love life. One, because it doesn't make a ton of sense, but I love life. I love fucking being alive, dude. I embrace it every damn day, right? And something that I always like just tell people, or not, I mean, because I don't know anybody specifically, but just like something I'm a big advocate of is suicide prevention. And that's I only know one person who's unfortunately took their own life, but when I bring this up is because typically, obviously, one with those people you're not gonna know. I'd say like majority of the time, to my understanding, you don't know if it's like your friend, and like you don't know until it happens. Like realistically, because the person that I know, for example, I tell you, nobody would have guessed. Like, hell no. Like you met him, he was just like super chill, late, and this is like over a span of like years. I've known him for years. Very chill, laid back. We work with kids, by the way, so like good with the kids. He'd make them talk, laugh, joke around. Like, just think about like that chill history teacher you had. Except, obviously, he wasn't like like a history teacher, but it was just like he was that teacher that like when school was out, you could just like go to their class and just like chill and just talk about like whatever. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you would have never guessed. And obviously everything happened, but the whole reason I even bring up this example in suicide is because it's like his situation, none of us can know his situation. None of us can know how bad his situation was. And obviously it was to the extreme to where the result happened, right? And I'm never saying that's the answer. I promise you it is not. I understand that you may want everything that you're going through to just fucking disappear, just within the snap of a finger. But twin, I promise you, it is never the route. You will cause more pain than you will to like. You just cause more pain than you will like happiness. Like truthfully, and the whole reason I'm making this example is because, like to my understanding, people do it because there's so much bad and so much pain and negativity and certain things that they just wish the shit would just stop and go away. And that's why they do it, to my understanding, right? But I'm saying, all that pain, all those long ass nights where you're up 3, 4 in the morning, literally contemplating it, like truthfully, like, and all like you probably sat there and wrote out the notes or just like whatever it is you've done. There's beauty at the end of it, bro. I promise you there is. I promise you. It may not, and I can't even sit here and vouch for you. Nigga, it may come when you like 60 years old. Like I don't know, because again, I don't know you. I don't know your situation. Like you can show all the signs and the symptoms, but I promise you, there's gonna be beauty after it all. Like I said, when you're 70 years old, you could get that $10 million retirement check you've been waiting on. That's the beauty right there. That is, or it could, I don't know, make it relative terms, like for the example that I'm still using, you think whatever, and then it could be like, you could find yourself like thinking like, damn, just this time last year, it would have been a coin flip. I don't know, that's like to the extreme, but I mean, for somebody out there, it probably did come down to a coin flip. I'm like, think about that sentence I just said. Somebody out there, like, when it came to taking their own life because of how bad everything was gone, it probably just came down to a damn flip of a coin. And that's why they're still here. Point being, it came down to all this terrible shit that was happening. But twin, I promise you, don't flip that damn coin. That coin has no value to what your life is worth. There's nothing beautiful about flipping a damn coin besides you might get an extra dollar, 25, 10, 5, or 1 single cent. Ain't nothing beautiful about flipping a coin. There's everything beautiful about being alive. Like all of the bad shit will get beautiful, bro. I'm telling you. And again, like I said, I can't promise nobody nothing. That's also why I don't make promises, because I don't know your life, I don't know you, I don't know your situation, what you're going through, your thought process. So I can't guarantee you shit, truthfully. But I can sit here and say, talking to this phone, talking to you, that the bad situation will become beautiful, bro. I promise you, bro. No matter what it is, you may hate everything about it. It's happening for a reason. It's happening for a reason. It's gonna get great at some point in time, bro. And you might be like, you could be some 70-year-old watching this. I don't know. And if you are, I appreciate you watching this, because I wouldn't expect an older person to be watching it. But even if you're 70 years old and there's like something going on, and you're just like, bro, I'm 70 years old. Why the hell is this happening to me? Let it keep happening. I don't know. Obviously, depending on what it is. But it's like one of my big things is I embrace the suck. I embrace the bad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, for that same reason that I just know there will be something great from it. Like, I was gonna make the I love losing example, but that's a little bit different because this isn't talking about losing. But like, I embrace bad things, or at least I try to. Now I'm not gonna say you do that, because it's a lot harder said than done. Like mentally wise, that's really all the big issue is. But I embrace the bad things simply because I know that I'm like, twin. No matter how bad it can get, this situation can keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Something good's gonna come out of it. And like, I'm gonna keep it a buck, even if like you don't even have to believe that way or think that way. Like, truthfully, because all I try to do is just like spread thought and positivity and insight and whatnot. Let's say you're like, bro, this guy is so cap. You can think I'm cap. I mean, I would just want you to at least like, not even, you can not even think that like, oh, there's gonna be beauty out of it. At least think that it happens for a reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or at least think that there's a greater picture. Like another super basic saying is all pain is temporary. True. The reason I say that, or at least how I think about it, it's a little bit different. Simply because temporary isn't the future. All pain's temporary. That doesn't mean pain's gonna be there tomorrow. You could wake up and you could literally be pain free. Where was I gonna go with this? My roommate just left, so hearing the door close kind of threw me off a little bit. But like, I really just lost my train of thought. Like even like with pain and stuff being there, whatever it is, like there's beauty in that. Like, it's temporary, but like it being temporary is what makes it beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I feel like temporary, if you, at least how I think about it and how maybe you can try thinking about it, is, we'll just stick with the saying, all pain is temporary. How I think about it, instead of all pain is temporary, I think all pain is present. So it's like, if you think of present only, then you're not thinking about it and on a broader spectrum, like temporary, whereas it's like, dang, if something's temporary, that means it will go away later. No, if I think that all pain is present, then one, it's automatically a mind shift and it's not temporary, and two, I'm also knowing that because it's present, it won't be there later, therefore resulting in something else being there later, therefore resulting in beauty being there later. I don't know if that made sense, but I hope it did. Yeah. I think there's beauty in pain. There's beauty in everything bad. Like, whatever the hell is happening to you, twin, I promise you it's for a reason. I promise you. I lied, I don't promise you. I don't promise nothing. I want to phrase that. I don't promise nothing. But I want you to know, and I want you to think that, or at least tell yourself that, bro, like, if you're sitting there and you're like, dude, I hate this, all this stuff that I'm going through sucks, why me? Twin, I promise you, This one, I promise you that if you're questioning the why me, all of this sucks, you're not the only one who's thought about that. Gang, there are 8 billion people on this earth, and there were 4 billion people before us. At least one of those people thought, why me? I guarantee you. I promise you. I promise you, you are one of 12 billion, I think. Something like that. I don't know the Earth's total population. Anyways, yeah. I think that, like, a big thing with, like, bad things is that a lot of people get caught up in the moment, too. Like, I need an example. Actually, yeah. Wait, did I already make an example? I probably did. I don't know. Another recent example, actually, or not recent, relative. I'll make this one short. This spring, it was literally like the last spring break. It was like a Sunday night, and spring break ended obviously Monday we had class, right? I go on a run. That Sunday night, I rolled my ankle. Kid you not. It was amazing. My arm was feeling great. I was in flow the whole time. And I probably had about, because this is around campus, so there's I can't say meters. But if I had to guess to put it in meters, I probably had 300 meters left. Nothing crazy, not far at all, just a light jog. And I was feeling good, so it's I was gonna finish strong. I was gonna speed up, probably around that mark and just finish the run. I rolled my ankle, terrible. Couldn't do anything for 2 weeks. Painful, but again, my thought process was all right, well, this pain is temporary. This pain is temporary today. Obviously, I knew I was gonna wake up tomorrow and be in pain still, or whatever it was. But the main thing was just that I knew it happened for a reason, which later on actually I would learn from it. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna talk too much about that because that's, again, I don't like talking about myself and whatever. But point being, was something bad happened when I was in this great. I was on 10. I was on 11. Boom, something bad happened. Hard reset. And then I took it day by day, being in the moment, and today not thinking about overtime or temporariness or how long temporary even is. Nope, I just took it today, tomorrow, today. I don't even thinking about I mean, I do thinking about the future, whatnot. But for the example, no. But at the end of it, though, there was still something beautiful that came from it. I ended up learning about myself and questioning myself, and all of that just started from something terrible that happened. And I think that's just with all things, no matter what your situation is and how bad you may think it is, there's gonna be something great from it. But that also starts with a mindset shift. You have to tell yourself that it happens for a reason, or tell yourself whatever it is that helps you cope with certain things. I'm not gonna tell you what to think, because again, per person, in your situation. But something bad happens, step 1, shift your mindset. You have to, or else you'll get stuck. And I'm also learning this in sports psychology. Excuse me. And we're talking about mental and motivation and whatnot. A lot of the things that certain people do is when something bad happens, they say I can't, won't, don't, no, just a lot of negative stuff. And then I kid you not, twin, just flip it. Whenever that bad thing happens, just flip it and just continue. I can, yes, will, or do. You just use progressive words and progressive phrases and X, Y, and Z, and then it will just shape into something great. I will use myself for an example. I went on a run last night, and I was thinking, I was dang, okay, you know what? I was how can I apply what I've been talking about in class, to myself, to become a better athlete, a better person, improve my mental fortitude, the whole nine, right? And I put it in track perspective. One of the things that I'm bad at is block starts, right? So I was thinking about it, and I was you know what? I was what I'm gonna do. Boom. I wrote this down the other day to make it relative. I'm pretty sure you can see that. Me, good. If I erase everything off of this whole board, the only two things that are underlined is I and the word good. Therefore, reinforcing myself, at least that I'm good to some degree. And like I said, we can pretend this isn't here. I am good. I am good. That's the bare fucking minimum, twin. And I'm taking a bad situation. Again, this isn't an extreme term because we're just talking about block stars. But mentally flip it. I'm mentally flipping a bad situation. And I will take this situation day by day. I'll read this board every day. I'll go to the gym, go to the track, do my regular stuff, and then I'll be good at block stars. And I will stay good at block stars. I'm good at block stars right now. Even though, I'm really not the best, I'm gonna tell myself I'm good at it. Because it's a bad situation that something beautiful needs to come from it. Do the same thing, twin. You don't gotta get a whiteboard like I do. This is just, I just like having a board. It makes me feel cool, feel productive, and I can write messages to myself, or I can get ideas for like videos like these and write these down. But it all starts with a mental shift to some degree. Literally, just like it's really just twin. Whatever the situation is, bro. I just want you to know that like there's something great will come out of it. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. I got this itch for it. I have this itch that I really can't reach. That something good is gonna happen to you from this shitty situation that you're in. And again, you don't have to do this. I'm doing it because I'm trying to apply what I'm learning. I would actually recommend low key. Just because self-talk is a lot, dude. Like your subconscious mind is really stronger than anything out there. Short example. I mean, if you, short example. I'll like think about something, and I just tell myself to stop because I'm like, twin. If I keep thinking about this will subconsciously take over. If you can consciously control your subconscious, then your subconscious will become your conscious. Don't know if that made sense, but stick with me here. If I consciously tell myself that, hey, my bad scenario, block starts, I was gonna write on it. If I consciously tell myself the bad scenario is block starts, and I will get good at block starts, that will slowly start becoming my subconscious. And then my subconscious will be, I'm good at block starts, I'm good at block starts, I'm good at block starts. And then my subconscious will start consciously going to, nigga, I'm just good at block starts. This is another day in the damn book. But what does it come from? It all came from a bad scenario being bad block starts. And then at the end, shifting to something beautiful. I am good at block starts. I'm fast as hell. Can't nobody beat me in the damn blocks. And that's great. Something bad. Oh, I doubt you heard that, but that felt good. Anyways, something bad, and just something beautiful, hopefully coming from it. Obviously, it will take practice. Like I'm not gonna wake up tomorrow and believe this 100%, but when track season runs around, when the fall comes around, when the spring comes around, there's probably I'm strongly assuming by springtime. You can't convince me that my block starts are bad. Even if they are, my time could be the exact same. But you still can't convince me that my block starts are bad because I took a bad scenario and I made something beautiful out of it. I flipped my mindset to make something beautiful out of a bad scenario. Twin, you can do the same. I promise you that. I promise you that you can flip your mindset into something good. That's what I can promise you. It just takes practice, twin. Let's see. How long are we at? Can I keep yapping or no? I can. Let me put this up. The beauty of bad things, man. Like I said, like I really have grown to just embrace bad things. Like not like embrace them, but just like it happens for a reason, dude. Like my grandma. It it happened for a reason. As hyper specific as the whole situation may be, and how everything would just shift in a span of like hours, twin, it happened for a reason, and something beautiful came from it. Like my ankle, I rolled my ankle the last day of spring break. I was out for 2.5 weeks, 2 weeks, I don't remember. Something beautiful came out. I learned more about myself. I started internalizing again. I started doing everything else. Something great came from it. Just literally think about the situation that you're in, the spot that you're in life. It's bad. It sucks. Embrace the fact that it sucks. Embrace the fact that, bro, I wish this shit was over. Embrace the fact that I hate this situation. Embrace that. Think about it. Sit in it. Don't dwell, but sit. And just internalize and think to some degree. And then you can, that's step one, bro. And then step two, just like I showed you with that board, flip your mental. That's step two. And continue practice it. Continue reading. Like I said, I see that board every time I walk into the bathroom. I go pee for 10 seconds. I see that board. Boom, subconsciously clicks in my mind. Oh, I'm good at block starts. I could be doing an essay. Oh, I'm good at block starts. I could run in to grab my Stanley. I peep in the bathroom. Oh, I'm good at block starts. Simple as that. And then at the end of the day, even if my time doesn't change, mentally, I've shifted into I'm good at block starts. You can shift mentally into this shitty situation isn't so shitty. This shitty situation is gonna be, oh, I can't wait for this to be over because I know there's gonna be some crazy. The beauty out of this is gonna be absurd. Like, it's just a mental shift, twin. It really is. I can't think of anything else. So, I love you, twin. Have a good day. Thank you for your time.